So Hungary have come from a top 10 finish last year and they've now selected their song for Lisbon, and we're going to talk about it.
Viszlát Nyár, most már elkéstél, mert azt hazudtad, hogy enyém leszel, de nem jöttél. Viszlát áram, köszönöm, hogy eltűntél, most már ide.
So in terms of Eurovision nations, Hungary is always kind of one of my guilty pleasures, and I've actually really liked their songs over the past few years, and I loved Yotzi Papoy last year, one of my favourite performances from Kiev. So this year Hungary have selected AWS with the song Viszlát Nyár. Now we need some Hungarians to let us know how good or bad my pronunciation was. But Jess, what do you think of the song?
So for me personally, I don't like the song. When I say that, it's nothing against the song or the performers. It's purely the fact that the song is very kind of rock and I would say maybe bordering kind of heavy metal. And that's a genre of music that I generally don't like myself. I have heard the song, or at least their national final performance, quite a few times since it's been chosen, and for me personally I find it very difficult to get into the song. So I hope I don't offend anyone when I say this, but to me it kind of just sounds a bit like noise. You've got this, you know, a lot of drums and guitars going on in the background, which is obviously what you get in kind of rock and heavy metal music. But I feel like it's just a bit too much. And it distracts away from kind of the song and the singer, like the main singer. I think the song does have like a good melody to it and a good kind of tune to it, but I feel like that's lost, you know, from kind of the madness of all the guitar and the drums and the singer. So for me personally, this is not a favourite of mine. It's just a bit too kind of heavy metal for my liking. As for Lisbon, I'm kind of not sure if it will qualify or not, because obviously we did have Lordi that won for Finland in 2006, so we do know that a rock song can do well in Eurovision, but whether this specific song will do well, I'm not sure. So at the moment I would say it's maybe like a borderline qualifier for me. But yeah, I mean, I think as well in terms of the staging, I feel like with such a song there's not really too much you can do with it. So I feel like their staging at A Dal kind of fitted the song very well, and so I think if they stick to something similar in Lisbon, then visually it will look good on stage and it will sound good on stage. But whether, you know, the European audience would kind of like it and kind of get into it, I'm not sure. Yeah.
So for me, there's, you know, when you have like a rock and a heavy metal style song at Eurovision, there's only two ways it can go. It's either going up or it's going down. You mentioned Lordi. Lordi had a lot else going on, kind of with the monsters and, you know, the gimmicks. In terms of the staging that you've mentioned for this song, there's not a lot you can do with it. You're relying on kind of flashing lights and maybe some pyrotechnics, and but I can like rock at Eurovision. However, this song, there's just something missing for me, and I think in terms of the vocals, maybe in the second part of the song, for me it's just a bit more screechy, and I'm hoping they can lose that before they go to Eurovision. But what I am going to compare this to is a couple of years ago, Georgia with the song, was it Midnight Gold?
Oh yeah.
Now that was a song I didn't really like leading into the contest that year. However, when I saw it live, it really grew on me and it actually ended up being one of my favourites. So I think this is a credible song in the genre that it's in, but whether it's a right fit for Eurovision, I'm not so sure. So I think this year with Hungary, I agree. I think qualification is maybe maybe borderline. However, a lot of credit for doing something that's maybe a bit more credible, a bit more out there, and not your typical Eurovision style. But I wouldn't say this is a surefire qualifier for me. I would like to listen to the song a few more times, and maybe listen to the studio version, which I haven't heard. I've only watched the live performance, but at the end of the day it will all come down to live performance.
Exactly.
So I think the band are very good at what they do, but yeah, it's not really for me, this song. So I think, Jess, if we were going to say thumbs up, thumbs down for this,
I hate to say it, but for me it's a thumbs down.
I'm going to go middle, only because I will make more of a judgment when I see it in Lisbon, and it could grow. But guys, we'd love to know what you think. Don't forget to let us know in the comments down there whether you like Hungary's choice this year. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos and follow us on social media. But otherwise, until next time, see ya.
Bye.